Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is another reaction to the Monogatari series. And as always, if you want to see the reaction itself, please just go down into my descriptions. You will find a link, replace the circumflex dot parts with real dots, and you will find the reaction. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear out my thoughts. So, see you soon. For those, however, who already came back, welcome back. Now, that's an interesting beginning of a new storyline. And I can just hope that either Aragi isn't dead, or he just acted as though, so he was kind of prepared for it. Because we all know what's going to happen if he is really dead. Then the world is screwed. Because Shinobu will go crazy. But let's see what it is all about. So we had the start off with this fight where Sengoku is kind of, I wouldn't say completely controlled, lured in with words and acting strangely due to the snake. I find it very fitting because I already mentioned it in the reaction. This snake, you know, moving and telling you, trust me, like that. It remembers me from Jungle Book on the one hand, where we have a scene like this, and it is the typical story from the Bible, where in the beginning of time, a woman, very fitting as well here, it is a woman, was lured in by the snake to do evil things. So, it's a question, is she really lured in, or is she doing it by herself? How much of what is happening, what she does, is due to the snake, and how much is by her own means, by, I don't know, like subconsciousness or so on. But I think that's, you know, the aberrations are not going for people just by coincidence. They search themselves persons that are fitting for their needs. So, she is somehow fitting for the snake. I like the idea of her hair, so she looks like Medusa. And she uses it as a weapon as well then. In my opinion, in this episode, we have seen two persons, luring Sengoku into a direction. The question is if she is maybe even willing to go into this direction. She stated that in her class, nothing ever happens. It's so boring. It's just, you know, everyone is like ignoring each other and just walking around each other. And the charms brought that out as well. So they don't talk. So I think she's kind of bored. And she said she didn't want to go to school, as we had. So on her way to school, we have the meeting with no one else than Ougi. Oshino Ougi, niece of Oshino Meme, good to know. And I'm not completely sure what her part in all of this is, what her plan is, because that's why I took this picture here. I think she kind of made Sengoku go into this direction. She made her going crazy, you know. At the end of their talk, Sengoku even said it felt as though time was stolen from her. As though this, she thought they just talked for some minute, but they talked a lot longer. So she doesn't remember parts of it, possibly. We have this scene with the coin being moved from side to side, which is a typical hypnosis scene. So I would guess that, well, that's the question here. At least it seems to me right now, from what we've seen, that Ougi hypnotized Sengoku into going more into a specific direction, or thinking more about a specific direction. And the thing that she said is, maybe you were not a victim from the start. So maybe she made her aware of this fact. Maybe it's true, you know? Does she want to create mischief by that? Does she want to create problems by that? Or is she maybe a character who just, without thinking or caring about consequences, wants everyone to accept what they really are? Maybe that's it, you know? I think both options are possible. Both are not good. So even if you're someone who says like, I just tell the people how they really are, that can be really bad, you know? Because there are reasons why people sometimes don't want to know and suppress some specific behaviors. And if you make them live up to these behaviors, accept those behaviors, they may be more of a problem for society. So that's just if she's like that. If she just wants to create mischief and problems, great. Well, what shall I say? Well done. Really well done. So thing is, the snakes in the shrine were, as it seems, very much killed by Sengoku. So she was only partially the victim in the past, it seems, which is a bit strange, because she was constricted by the snake. She was about to die. Someone put a curse on her. The question is, if I understand that correctly, the person that put the curse on her might have been herself. To be the victim. To be liked, you know? Which would mean that she knows, that she possibly has known that Aragi would come to save her. Not sure here. So just speculations, wildly, you know? Well, interesting concept. So the question is, if she knew before someone would come to help her, it might have been a way to lure attention to her and make herself interesting. Although that could have gone wrong. Yeah. Then we have the big snake, who it seems to be pretty powerful. I mean, it's the shrine of the snake, so what? And she kind of takes in Sengoku as a partner, as someone to work together with. And as we've seen in the end, when we are coming to the fight, it seems like Sengoku is more neither completely okay with doing as the snake says, while she still thinks she doesn't want to do specific stuff. But that doesn't help if you still do it. What I liked in this episode mainly is the concept art again. It was great. So if you look, it's not just the hair. If you have a look at the shrine, there are those trees around the shrine, and they are white and very lean trees, and they look like the snake does. So it's fitting as well. There were multiple things in this episode which I've seen which were like that. So they did go for the whole snake theme. They even did it in the outro with the turning. I pointed it out a little bit, I guess. I just said snake, something like that. Yeah. So I think the main problem that Sengoku right now has, which can be seen in the intro part, in the fight, and in the outro as well a bit. She loves Aragi, but this love is not answered, at least not in the amount that she wants to. So she wants to be with him as a partner, or even in the position that Shinobu has as like a trusted friend, trusted partner there. Not in the meaning of relationship partner, but in the meaning of a very close personal friend. That's something she wanted to be for Aragi, and she's not able to achieve this. And if we look at the past seasons, yeah, she was in once and that's it. She was not important later on for whatever happened. So she was just a girl on the side, you know? Which is not enough for her. And when it comes to love and when it comes to such deep feelings, if those are not given back in the same amount or even betrayed, which it wasn't, then this can turn into deeper, darker feelings like hatred and envy and everything. And I think this is where this episode, where this storyline is heading to. That this burning desire becomes, in the end, as we've seen, burning hate, because she said, "I hate you," and then she killed him. So it's something that is in love as well. So, and thus it seems like the series is analyzing the different kind of relationships between a boy and a girl. We had to go there as well. I like it. It's a fitting thing. I'm really looking forward if we will see more from Ougi, although I think not. I think she did what she wanted. I ask myself if they make her into like a permanent background person that influences everything until finally in the end we will have a meeting again. But I'm not sure. So let's see. We had this phone call which was great because it showed the problem already. She could call Aragi because she had a problem, and I'm pretty sure she didn't do it before. She did never call him. So he would have come by to help her, and she was looking forward to it because for her it was, you know, he will be in my house, we will have a meeting. And he very correctly says, that's not something you should look forward to. Shouldn't you be stressed about the snake? Shouldn't you have problems with that? And there we are again. If you just say that the snake does not exist at all, and she just makes it up to have him come by, it would all be fitting. Just take out the snake whenever you see it out of this episode, and all is like, I just make something up to get him back to me. And that's the thing here. So the question is, did Ougi trigger this acceptance, or that her inner desires are visible as a snake? Just another option. Yeah. There it is. Big snake. Big snake. I think that's it for now. I'm pretty sure I missed a lot, as always, but I'm fine. There are more episodes about this, I think 2 more. So it's the way they made it up with the ending first that is a different here. But I like it, and as I said, I look forward to if we will find a solution that Aragi is not dying. And I will see you the next time. As always, please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And until then, my name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.